The WWE Universe is about to witness something absolutely explosive that nobody saw coming, and trust me when I say this situation has escalated beyond anything we could have imagined. LA Knight finds himself in the crosshairs of a storm that's brewing with intensity we haven't seen in years, and the Bella twins are at the center of it all with a shocking development that's going to change everything. Before we dive into this insane story, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because you don't want to miss a single update on this unfolding drama. LA Knight has been riding high on confidence lately, thinking he's untouchable in the WWE landscape, but what's coming his way is about to shake him to his core. The charismatic superstar who prides himself on talking the talk and walking the walk is about to face consequences that extend far beyond the squared circle. His recent actions and words have caught the attention of people who don't take kindly to disrespect, and now the bill is coming due in the most unexpected way possible. The punishment that's being crafted for LA Knight isn't just another storyline or a simple feud that'll blow over in a few weeks. This is personal, and it's about to get extremely real. Nikki Bella has made her presence known in a way that sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling community. After being away from the spotlight and focusing on her personal life, many thought her days of making major impacts in WWE were behind her. Those people couldn't have been more wrong. Nikki has returned with a vengeance, and she's not alone in her mission to make LA Knight pay for whatever transgressions he's committed against her family. The fire in her eyes during her recent appearance told the whole story without her having to say a single word. She means business, and she's prepared to do whatever it takes to ensure justice is served. The real bombshell dropped when Nikki announced she was bringing back her twin sister Brie Bella, but this isn't going to be a simple reunion that fans have been dreaming about for years. There's a massive twist involved that nobody predicted, and it's this twist that takes the entire situation to a completely different level. The Bella twins together were already a force to be reckoned with during their prime years in WWE, dominating the women's division and creating countless unforgettable moments. But what Nikki has planned for this comeback involves more than just nostalgia and fan service. This is strategic warfare, and LA Knight is the primary target. Sources close to the situation reveal that LA Knight made some comments backstage that rubbed several people the wrong way, including members of the Bella family. While the exact nature of these comments hasn't been fully disclosed, it's clear they were serious enough to warrant this kind of response. LA Knight has never been one to hold back his opinions, and his brash personality has made him plenty of enemies throughout his career. However, this time he may have crossed a line that he can't uncross. The respect and legacy of the Bella twins in WWE runs deep, and anyone who disrespects that legacy is going to face severe consequences. Brie Bella's involvement adds another layer of complexity to this entire scenario. Since retiring from in-ring competition, Brie has been living a quieter life, focusing on her family and various business ventures. Getting her to come back required something significant, and the fact that she agreed to return speaks volumes about how serious this situation has become. Brie isn't someone who would leave her comfortable life behind for just any reason. Whatever LA Knight did or said must have struck a nerve deep enough to bring her out of retirement. The bond between the Bella twins has always been unbreakable, and when you mess with one, you inevitably have to deal with both. The twist that Nikki has incorporated into this comeback plan is what has everyone talking and speculating wildly. Traditional returns usually follow a predictable pattern, but Nikki has decided to throw the playbook out the window completely. Industry insiders are suggesting that the twist involves bringing in additional allies that nobody would expect to see aligned with the Bella twins. The network of connections that Nikki and Brie have built over their extensive careers in WWE is vast, and they're apparently calling in favors from people who owe them. LA Knight thinks he's dealing with just two returning veterans, but he's about to discover he's walked into something much bigger. The punishment being prepared for LA Knight goes beyond physical confrontation in the ring. While that will certainly be a component, there are plans to dismantle his entire persona and credibility within WWE. Everything he's worked to build, his reputation, his momentum, and his standing with the fans, could be systematically torn down piece by piece. The Bella twins understand the wrestling business inside and out, and they know exactly how to hurt someone where it matters most. They're not interested in a quick resolution or a one-off match that ends the feud cleanly. This is going to be an extended campaign designed to humble LA Knight in ways he never thought possible. LA Knight's initial reaction to the news of the Bella twins coming after him was typical of his character. He laughed it off publicly, acting as if he wasn't concerned about two women who haven't been active in WWE for years. That bravado might play well with certain segments of the audience, but it reveals a dangerous underestimation of what he's up against. The LA Knight character is built on confidence bordering on arrogance, and that might be his downfall in this situation. He's treating this like just another obstacle he can talk his way through or muscle his way past, but the reality is much different. Behind the scenes, there's reportedly growing concern among LA Knight's allies about how this situation is developing. Even people who are typically in his corner are advising him to find a way to make peace before things spiral completely out of control. The problem is that LA Knight's pride won't allow him to back down or apologize, even when it might be in his best interest to do so. He's committed to maintaining his tough guy image regardless of the consequences, and that stubbornness is going to cost him dearly. Sometimes in wrestling as in life, knowing when to show humility can save you from a world of hurt. the WWE creative team is reportedly excited about the possibilities this storyline presents. Having the Bella twins back even in a limited capacity brings star power and mainstream attention that's difficult to generate otherwise. Their crossover appeal extends beyond the traditional wrestling audience into pop culture territory thanks to their reality shows and business ventures. This means the storyline with LA Knight could attract viewers who haven't been following WWE closely in recent years. From a business standpoint, it's a smart move that could boost ratings and social media engagement significantly. Brie Bella's training regimen in preparation for her return has been intense according to sources. She's not coming back to simply make an appearance or cut a promo and then disappear. Brie is getting back into ring shape because she intends to physically compete and show that she still has what it takes. The dedication she's showing proves this isn't a cash grab or a nostalgia tour. This is about defending her family's honor and making sure LA Knight understands the gravity of his mistakes. Fans who remember Brie's technical abilities and her fearlessness in the ring should be excited to see her work again. The timeline for when all of this will unfold is still somewhat unclear, but indications suggest things will start happening sooner rather than later. WWE doesn't like to let storylines simmer too long before pulling the trigger, especially when there's this much buzz and anticipation. The company knows they have something special brewing here and they'll want to capitalize on the momentum while interest is at its peak. LA Knight better be preparing himself mentally and physically because the storm is approaching fast and there's no shelter that will protect him from what's coming. Social media has been ablaze with reactions to the news of the Bella twins targeting LA Knight. Opinions are divided, as they always are in the wrestling community. Some fans are thrilled to see the Bellas return and believe LA Knight deserves whatever punishment comes his way. Others feel this is an overreaction and that LA Knight is simply playing his heel character as he should. The debate has created organic conversation and engagement, which is exactly what WWE wants. Controversial storylines that get people talking and choosing sides are the lifeblood of professional wrestling. The twist element that keeps being mentioned but not fully explained is driving speculation to fever pitch levels. Wrestling fans love trying to predict what's going to happen, and everyone has their own theory about what Nikki has planned. Some believe it could involve bringing in other female wrestlers from the past to form an alliance. Others think it might involve male wrestlers who have connections to the Bella family. There's even speculation that it could involve someone from outside WWE entirely making a surprise appearance. Whatever it turns out to be, the key is that it needs to be genuinely surprising and impactful. LA Knight's character works best when he has his back against the wall and has to fight his way out of difficult situations. This could actually be the perfect storyline to elevate him to the next level if handled correctly. Sometimes the best thing for a rising star is to be knocked down a peg or two before their eventual triumph. The audience needs to see vulnerability and struggle to truly invest in someone's journey. If LA Knight can survive the onslaught from the Bella twins and whoever else is involved, he'll emerge as an even bigger star than he is now. The financial implications of this storyline are significant for all parties involved. The Bella twins command substantial appearance fees, and WWE wouldn't be bringing them back unless they believed the investment would pay off. Merchandise sales are expected to spike, with new Bella twins items already being designed and prepared for release. LA Knight's merchandise has also been selling well, and this feud will likely increase demand even more. Wrestling is ultimately a business, and storylines need to generate revenue to justify their existence. This one has all the ingredients to be financially successful. Training sessions between Nikki and Brie have reportedly been intense as they work to rebuild their chemistry and timing. Even though they're twins and have worked together countless times, ring rust is real and they need to shake it off. The last thing anyone wants is for their return match to look sloppy or unconvincing. Both women are consummate professionals who take pride in their work, so expectations are high. They're not going to step back into the ring until they're confident they can deliver the quality performance that fans deserve and expect from them. LA Knight, meanwhile, has been continuing his regular schedule of appearances and matches, seemingly unfazed by the looming threat. Whether this is genuine confidence or just him maintaining his character in public remains to be seen. Behind closed doors, he might be more concerned than he lets on, but admitting fear or worry wouldn't fit his persona. The psychological warfare aspect of this feud is fascinating because both sides are trying to project strength and control while likely feeling some level of uncertainty about how things will play out. The wrestling media has been covering every development in this story extensively, with dirt sheets and podcasts analyzing every rumor and hint. This level of coverage keeps the storyline in the public consciousness and builds anticipation for whatever the eventual payoff will be. WWE's marketing machine is also working overtime to promote the upcoming confrontation through social media teasers and video packages. Modern wrestling's success depends heavily on creating buzz outside of just the weekly television shows, and this storyline is checking all those boxes. Veteran wrestlers who have worked with both the Bella twins and LA Knight have been offering their perspectives on the situation. Most emphasize that while this is storyline, there are often elements of real emotion and real issues woven into the narrative. The best wrestling stories are the ones that blur the lines between fiction and reality, making the audience question what's real and what's scripted. This situation seems to have those elements which makes it compelling viewing for hardcore fans and casual observers alike. The endgame for this storyline could go in several different directions depending on what WWE's long-term plans are for all involved. LA Knight could be humbled and forced to show respect, changing his character trajectory. The Bella twins could ride off into the sunset having accomplished their mission and restored their family honor. Or things could escalate even further, pulling in more wrestlers and creating a much larger angle that dominates WWE programming for months. The unpredictability is part of what makes following wrestling exciting. What's certain is that LA Knight's punishment is going to be severe, and the Bella twins are the ones delivering it with a twist that elevates everything to another level. This is the kind of storyline that reminds people why they fell in love with wrestling in the first place. Real emotion stakes that matter and outcomes that are genuinely difficult to predict create investment from the audience. When fans care about what happens next, you've succeeded in telling a compelling story. This situation has captured attention, and now it's time to see how it all plays out inside the ring and beyond. Make sure you stay subscribed and keep watching, because this is just the beginning of what promises to be an unforgettable chapter in WWE history, and you definitely don't want to miss a single moment of what happens when LA Knight finally faces the consequences of his actions.